Boom. I know you clicked on this video, so please don't get caught off guard by what's about to be shared. Okay? Because as you can tell by the thumbnail, we are diving into, say it with me, pornography. Yeah, we're diving into pornography. And this is a conversation that I think is desperately needed to take place. Not just here on this channel, but just in general. Because there are a lot of young people like you and I who walk like us, live like us, we've seen on a daily basis that struggle with pornography behind closed doors, right? I'm talking about the thing that silently kills relationships and destroys one's own self. Okay, I'm talking about pornography and all of its dangers included together. Okay, so this is going to be a series that we're going to look at of conversations that we're going to break down in several different videos. A lot of the effects, a lot of the science, a lot of the things that come behind pornography and the dangers of it, and why we shouldn't partake in it. Okay. And if you're like me, you know someone who has been affected by pornography, or you yourself, right, is either indulged in pornography right this moment. Maybe you just came and caught this video and just did whatever with pornography, whatever it could be. Or you have a past of pornography. Whatever the case may be, man, this thing is everywhere. Okay. I'm talking about on all your social feeds, no matter where you go, no matter what billboard you look at, all of it, all sex just has been perverted, easily accessed, and is just everywhere, no matter where you go. So this conversation is needed because there are some dangers to this that we have been unaware of. And there's so many people that walk this life thinking, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have done it. Or if I would have known that, I wouldn't have tried it. And so let's talk about it. Right. And before we dive into anything, I really want to share with you my testimony. Right. I think that's fair. I want to be open, honest, and transparent with you. Right. You might look at me in a different light after this video, after these series. But hey, it is what it is, because I want this to help somebody see these things, grasp onto these things, and purpose to apply them in their lives, because I think it'll be useful. OK, are you ready for the shocking news? 3, 2, 1. I was once addicted to pornography. You still here? Oh, good. Listen, I was once addicted to pornography. I once had issues with pornography, right? Dating back in high school, right? I mean, you can blame it on anything. You can talk about peer pressure. You can talk about wanting to fit in. You can talk about experimenting and exploring and whatever the case may be. But I was a full-blown addict throughout high school, in my early days of college. That was what I was into. OK, and it's kind of one of those things that once you start it, it's hard to stop. And it was something that was hard to stop in my life. It was something that I was unwilling to stop in my life. And only because of the power and grace of God was I able to overcome this addiction and problem. OK, and I know that if he helped me, he can help you. But we first got to be understanding of some of the dangers and the basis of pornography to get a grasp on what it is, its roots, where it comes from, and just get some groundwork going throughout this series to just really understand where we can go from here. OK, so let's look at pornography. Right. So looking at the beginnings of pornography, right, the root word of pornography is porneia. OK, or porneia, however you choose to say it. It has its root word, and in the Greek, right, it is in the formality of prostitute, right? That's kind of where we get our word prostitute. So porneia holds a host of words that tie in this one big bow, right, of similar meanings, all in the same direction. Okay, we're talking about fornication, whoredom. We're talking about sexual immoralities. We're talking about adultery, right? All these things that are tied in into the word and under the root word of pornography, which is porneia. Okay. In fact, porneia is the word in which we derive or result in pornography, porn, pornographic, right? All these things that tie in to porn. Okay. This is nothing new. This isn't anything that we've never heard. This isn't anything that we haven't never seen, that we've never seen. It isn't something that's brand new, right? This word, these actions, these activities date back as far as AD 79. Yeah, it's a shocker, right? It's like we're going back to biblical times. It's so deep, right? In fact, maybe biblical times didn't have it like we do, easy access like we do now. But at that time, right, they used sculptures and art, exotic arts that brought sexual arousals to people who viewed them, that turned it into what now we know as porn. Okay. So looking at those root words, right, I know what you're thinking. Right. I know before we even start going into those discussions. Hey, listen, man, I don't mean to disrespect you or disrespect what you're sharing, but man, this is my body. This is how I feel. Right. YOLO. You only live once. You already know the motto. Like Drake said. Right. I'm going to do me. You do you. I like the feeling. I like the pleasure. Ain't nobody stopping me from doing it. Look, truth be told, our feelings and emotions lead us in such dangerous paths that sometimes we don't even know until what the worst happens in those case scenarios. Okay. Following our emotions, following our feelings doesn't get us where we hope to be. What we envisioned doesn't always come to be when we follow our emotions and heart. In fact, we end up in a whole lot more trouble than we think we ever could. So it is important to understand that when we're looking to get to truth on this subject and on this topic, you got to leave your feelings at the door. You got to leave all of that at the door before you come and look at this series, because this is going to challenge you. This is going to post up in front of your face. And this is going to be a hard hitting discussion, but a discussion that needs to be had. Because if we are going to look to overcome pornography, and maybe if you haven't ran into it, to keep you from running into it, these are some things that I think that are going to be shared over the course of these next few videos that are going to be very helpful to you. So I just wanted to lay the groundwork in this video. I'm not going to cover everything, but we're going to continue looking at this in our next video. We're going to look at the pornography and the effects that it has on the brain. And you won't believe the research I found when it comes to the effects that pornography has on your brain. It's going to blow your mind. So come back. Let's keep this conversation going. And I hope to see you next time. But until then, peace.